What's up? Got a Kubey. Look at this thing. It's a KU212J 14C28N G10 camo pattern. Come on, man. Let's get this thing out of the box. We'll check it in and check it out. So this is the Kubey Anteater. Kubey Anteater. And if I remember, the shape of this kind of reveals why it's an anteater. Oh, look at this. Look at the scale on this. Man, I love unique. There's something going on here with this one. Probably could have done a better job of opening the box. Oh, man, this thing. Come on. Come on. Oh, I like unique knives. Get me excited. Look at this. So the top layer of that G10 is that digital cami, and then it's a jade underneath, so it's, you know, it's kind of topographical now. And the grip that provides, I mean, this thing is super cool. Look at that. Well, come on, man. Let's get a look. Yeah. Look at that. I think that's why it's called the anteater, because it kind of looks like an anteater, I guess. There it is, 14C. Wow. And not so much there. Very snappy. I mean, when I see a Kubey and 14C, to me, it's almost an automatic purchase. You know, it's good steel. Love the knives. I think they do a great job. And then you put that steel with it, and it just kind of gets on the list. It's like, man, I should look into one of those. Well, let's get into this, and we'll check it in properly. Clean it up, lube it up, freshen it up. And then we'll finish checking it out. Kubey Anteater. Yeah. It's got those polished liners, but then they bead blast the edge of them so that they're flat. Gives them a titanium look. Definitely a flat metal look, which goes with that jade. I've said it before. It's a really good look. I like it. I think they do a great job with that. This blade, this 14C, that karambit, right? Is that, I mean, look at this tip. I mean, you gotta be careful touching that. That will poke you and cut you for sure. I'm pretty sure this knife's got some self-defense implications going right out of the gate. Like this thing's lethal. With that point, I don't know how practical it is for any kind of work or heavy use. I don't know that that's going to be practical at all, just because that tip's going to be the first thing to go. Any kind of use is going to take that tip off. Now, could you open boxes with it? Probably. All right. Standard Kubey pivot captured in a little nib in the scale. Oh, got a tickle in my throat. Ah. Yeah, that was quick work. This is hefty. This knife it's not a lightweight. Not by any means. Last screw. Okay. I feel like I'm too tight. Yeah, I mean that's pretty tight in there. There we go. Mm-mm. Well, let's just run it some. I think if the knife gets used, it'll take a liking to being actioned, used, utilized, functioned. So there's a lot of thought gone into this grip. I'm going to cover the action, and then let's talk about the ergonomics here. Very snappy coming out. Just a couple of shakes going down. I mean, I'll call it a B plus action. It's not great. You know, as far as Kubey actions go, it's not quite, it's a little shy. And I don't know, is it the detent? Yeah, because it's sure loose there. So it's just, when it comes over and gets that detent, there's enough pressure on that it is affecting the action. Let me try to manipulate this action a little bit. I'm going to get my bar and I'm going to create some space with that lock bar. So it should be pretty tight right now. Yeah, it's extremely tight. There we go. So now that detent ball is really rubbing hard on that blade. About to lose it, yeah. Yeah, see, when it gets up here, there's no room at all. Down there, there's a little bit. Might have to take that off to really... I mean, it's probably just going to be time. Just time functioning the knife, and it'll eventually smooth out. But for now, I'm going to call it B action. Let's talk about ergonomics. So it's not hot, but we're sharp back here. I feel this in my palm, both sides. It's not a needle point, but it's sharp. Now, could I remedy that with a file? 100%. I could just roll that off with a diamond file. It would take just seconds to get that done. But I'm feeling that. Yeah, definitely. I feel that in pocket. Pocket clip, I mean, it's not bothering me at all. It's not bothering me here or there, but these edges right here, this edge and this tip, sharp, pokey. The placement of the hand in here is wonderful. It reminds me of like an old combat knife or a Bowie knife, how they'll lock in like that, and that's that grip. I mean, they certainly were inspired by old school fixed blade combat knives, big hunters like a Bowie. And it performs like that. Man, is that a confident grip. So not so confident, confident, very confident. I mean, this thing just goes past confident and slides right up in the very confident category for sure. But again, when I'm squeezing down, these scales are kind of sharp here too. So, all these scales could be knocked down around the edge right here and make this knife a lot more comfortable. Jimping on the back spine right here, placement for the thumb, it's wonderful. Got access to the lock bar, it's jimped, easy to get in there. I mean, there's a lot really right about this, but I think most of what I'm sensing is we just didn't knock the scales down very well. They're sharper on the edges, and a little bit of file time or sanding time would have made a big difference on this knife. But good ergonomics. I mean, I'm locked in, and that's the most important thing. Comfort is definitely secondary. This grip here is really good. Really locked in here. Let's check the pocket clip. A little concerned about that clip. It's not recessed, and it's a little thin down in this space. A little thin and it's not recessed. So I think definitely on these thick pants, I'm going to catch that clip. Yeah, it ran all the way in, just got less than maybe 1/8 of an inch poking out there. Really kind of doesn't reveal the knife in any way. Good grip there and good grip back here. So, I mean, the pocket clip run well. Did good. I thought with it not being recessed that it might be an issue, but it was not. Wonder about safety, if I can catch any of the blade. I'm safe here, and the tip is recessed there. So the clip is good, tip is good, and I'm not concerned about incidental contact with the blade at all when the knife is closed. I wonder if that recurve is sharp. Oh yeah. Yeah, they did a great job of grinding that blade at the factory. And it's pretty shiny. I mean, it's almost a polished edge on there. Look at that. Very shiny blade. Nice. All right, price and availability. Okay, again on a Kubey, White Mountain Knives is the place to go. So on this Anteater, White Mountain Knives has these for like $52 and some change with the code Kubey in the coupon section. That gets this down to right around $35. I mean, come on, $35, 14C, and this thing, this is a real knife. This is legit. It's got a lot going on here, man, for $35. Pretty solid buy. I will tell you that this knife comes in a lot of flavors, but this digital cami jade stonewashed is the only one that I'm seeing on White Mountain Knives. All the others are sold out, and I would suspect that this one's not going to be too much longer till it's gone as well. All right, the Kubey Anteater. Appreciate y'all watching.